He's great fun to watch. He's great value. And I'd love to be mates with Oscar De La Hoya. I think he'd keep me very entertained. I love Clapback Thursdays. Long may it continue. He does talk an awful lot of bollocks on there, but it's fun.
Abbas here for Iboxinghub. I'm joined by Frank Smith. Frank, how are we?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. We're here in Birmingham. Obviously, this is a venue you guys will be hosting in a few weeks' time. But for today, business is Shabaz and Liam Davies. Talk to me about how you think this fight will be and what you think Shabaz Masoud can do in this particular fight.
Look, I'm not the tactician. You know, he's got trainers for that. I've never been the boxing expert. I'll always be honest. I think it's a brilliant fight. It's a tough fight for both guys, but I believe Shabaz can go in there and do the job tonight. You know, it's a real fight. This is going to show the levels he's at, and then have the opportunity for big fights from here. You know, Liam, we all know what he can do. He's a big puncher. He's dangerous, but I believe Shabaz is going to go in there and do the business.
Do you think Shabaz is going into this fight from the people outside looking in as undervalued, or going in as way too much of an underdog in your eyes?
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of people have been given Shabaz the opportunity to win. But as with anything, people are going to have their opinions. It's a close fight. It is a close fight. It's a great fight. It's great that we're working together with Queensberry to make great fights, whatever side it's on. But yeah, I think Liam's probably had better performances of late than Shabaz has. But Shabaz has been a bit more active recently. But Shabaz has got to go in there and show the levels he's at. A lot of fighters, they need tough tests in order to show their ability and their level. And I think, you know, you'll see that tonight with Shabaz, but it's a great fight.
And away from this, I want to talk about next weekend. Obviously, you got Jesse Bam Rodriguez, you got Boots Ennis, big double header in America. How important is it for you to continue to grow in the American market and put on these big headline fighters?
Yeah, 100%. Look, the US boxing market for us is a huge market. We've been there now since 2017, 2018 when we first signed Danny Jacobs. You know, HBO did the massive deal with DAZN. You know, we're on a great run in the US. You know, you've got Boots and Bam, two pound-for-pound fighters, I believe, who for years are going to rule this sport. You know, Bam at such a young age, what he's done is amazing. Boots, many people believe, is one of the future, if not, you know, current day stars of the sport. So yeah, it's exciting for us. We're excited about what's to come. You know, you've got Edgar Berlanga as well in the US coming off the back of that Canelo fight. You've got Diego Pacheco, who's WBO rated #1. You know, so there's a lot of great stars that we're working with in the US now, and November 9th is going to be a massive show. Ray Falk's come back on there, Amber Williams is back on the card, Ernesto
Shakur Stevenson as well.
Shakur, we'll see. You know, look, he's got the Zapata mandatory likely when he comes back as well. So big fights and big fighters that we're working with, exciting times.
One big fighter I've got to ask about, obviously, is Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
I think Frank said this rematch doesn't look like it happens in February. Any light on when we can potentially see that rematch, or nothing right now?
Look, I think, you know, AJ, the focus for AJ is about being fit and ready. I don't think February is going to be right for him. You know, with his training, with, you know, getting back into camp, he won't be ready for February. So it's not about the rematch, it's about him being ready. He's got to make the right decisions now. This is the most important part of his career, where he's got to make the right decisions for himself. He has to go into a fight 100%. If that means Dubois takes another fight, which he probably will if AJ isn't ready, there's other big fights to be made. You know, there's the Fury-Usyk fight comes up December 21st, and you know, that Fury-Joshua fight, win, lose or draw, is probably one of the biggest fights in the sport. So let's see.
Just a couple more. How do you expect the big rematch to happen at the end of December between Fury and Usyk?
I think they can all beat each other. You know, I think Tyson Fury, which showed that he was winning after 6 or 7 rounds. Usyk, as he does, he finds a way. But I believe they can all beat each other. I think we're in for a great fight, and just as it should be when you've got the best fight and the best.
And just one final one I have to ask you. Oscar De La Hoya, every Thursday comes with Clapback Thursday. When you guys see these videos, you and Eddie, do you just laugh at them? Like, what's your take on them?
I find it hilarious. I find Oscar hilarious. You know, you can't take him too seriously. He's just a bit of a laugh, isn't he? He's great fun to watch. He's great value. And I'd love to be mates with Oscar De La Hoya. I think he'd keep me very entertained. I love Clapback Thursdays. Long may it continue. He does talk an awful lot of bollocks on there, but it's fun.
Who's more difficult to work with then, Oscar or Ben Shalom?
I'd rather work with Oscar than Ben Shalom.
Fair enough. Frank, thank you for your time.
Cheers.